Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. All right, y'all, I guess it's hump day. So today is Wednesday, September the 23rd, 2020. Today is Wednesday. Good morning, Brenda Random, and good morning, Pastor Alex Williams. Good morning. As you are coming in, good morning, Oscar. As you are coming in, if you feel led to do so, put in the chat how many people you connected with yesterday. If anyone actually registered to vote that you know of, just go ahead and just put that in there, just because you may be encouraging someone else to continue the journey. Put a little piece in there if you had some difficulty speaking with someone, so that everyone will understand that this is not necessarily easy. We will receive some no's. We will receive some yes as well. Today, I'm going to give you some news, and then we're going to do some debate prep, because the first presidential debate is next Tuesday on Fox. Yes, we're all going to watch it. Everybody say it with me. We're all going to watch it. It's 90 minutes. And that is with Chris Wallace. And you know, Chris Wallace does not play, so that's going to be exciting. So let me just get started. First of all, continue to pray for Louisville, Kentucky. As you may have seen on the news, different articles, also on my Facebook wall, they are starting to board up and barricade all areas of the downtown Louisville, Kentucky area. Again, we don't know what the answer is. We don't know what the outcome is, but let's pray. Let's pray if people protest that they would do it. They would do it peacefully. Good morning to my biological brother, Louis Pryor. Good morning, Rosanna. 18 contacts. Yes, Oscar. That's great. Kudos to you. That's awesome. Yay. So please be praying for Louisville, Kentucky. Please do that. He happened to say this in the state I live in, but the occupant of the Oval said, and I quote, and I'm sure you probably have seen this on some of the news feed the other day. He said, talking about the coronavirus, he says it affects virtually nobody. Yeah, he said that. After more than 200,000 in the U.S. have died. That's what he said. Yeah. He said, yet there are more than 200,000. He keeps saying that he didn't say 200,000. He said 2 million. So, y'all, just a spin. So, let's pray for each other. I guess this is the week of prayer. Let's pray for each other, for our heart, that our hearts will not become hard, and that we do not become discouraged or anything like that. So, let's pray for that. Here's the cases: 7,097,937 cases. 205,471 deaths, 4,346,110 have recovered. All right, y'all, Cindy McCain officially endorsed Joe Biden for president, and she says via Twitter, and I want to read this. She says, he will be a commander-in-chief that the finest fighting force in the history of the world can depend on, because he knows what it's like to send a child off to fight. Her next tweet says, Joe and I don't always agree on issues. And I know he and John certainly had some passionate arguments. But he is as good and honest man. But he is a good and honest man. He will lead us with dignity. Her last tweet, this is Cindy McCain, says, my husband John lived by a code, country first. We are Republicans, yes, but Americans foremost. There's only one candidate in this race who stands up for our values as a nation, and that is Joe Biden. So when you get an endorsement such as Cindy McCain, who publicly comes out and endorses, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So don't let that slip by. And I love this piece that she says, Joe and I don't always agree on issues. And I know he and John certainly had some passionate arguments. We're not always going to agree on some of the issues that are brought forth, but we have to be mindful that the president is the president of everybody. The president of everybody. All right, so you have to ask yourself this question. Why are there staunch, long-time Republicans voting for a Biden-Harris ticket? And my answer is, and you have to answer it for yourself, but for me, my answer is they know something. They know something. And these are not just your everyday Republicans. Good morning, Kenny Rankin. How are you? I'm not just talking about your Republicans that have come out. I'm talking about long-term Republicans. So you have to ask yourself the question, why are they coming out? Why are they coming out verbally voting for a Biden-Harris ticket? And again, my answer is they know something. They know something. So a deal was reached. I want to talk about that. A deal was reached. And again, as you're coming on, if you did any recruitment of voter registration yesterday, please just put, and that's not for me, that's to encourage someone else. Like, yes, I was able to connect with one person, or yes, I was able to connect with 5, or I had a hard time, need to work on my pitch, my story, whatever that looks like. Yeah, all right, Kenny Rankin. Hey, Madam President. So y'all, please put that down there. I was on all my social media and I've been talking about it. So when I went to Outvote, looking at how many contacts changed, I think I had like 23 at the end of the day. Great, Kenya, great. And talking about that, Kenya shared with me yesterday. I don't know if y'all noticed this. On your Facebook and also on Google, yesterday there were some icons in the top left corner of your page. And it was like little characters or whatever with vote signs or whatever. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, okay, whatever this is. Well, Kenya had to tell me, hey, click on that. And I was like, for what? Why? Why am I clicking on that? Because I did not know. And she said, just click on it. She goes, it's voting information. Y'all, they did a bad job of telling people that you could do that. You can click on that and everything was right there, and it even took you to iwillvote.com. And I'm thinking, why didn't they tell us that they were doing this? Because we could have been just sending people telling them to click to the left side of their Facebook page. Good morning, everyone. All right, y'all. A deal was reached. Pelosi and Mnuchin reached an agreement to keep the government funded until December 11th. Now, y'all know why that is, right? They didn't want that interfering with the election, which is a good thing. Bipartisan, they came after several days of back and forth. But get this, y'all, they were fighting over stopgap funding measures. That means the pork. You've heard me talk about pork before. They were making deals. Y'all, they are literally making deals around our lives. Just take that, let that sink in for a moment. So members of the House approved the deal shortly after it was announced. It was by 359 votes to 57 votes, and there was one member voting present. Let's talk about that. When I was telling you to do your research on your senators, on your representatives, look to see how they vote. When they vote present, they don't want you to know what they're thinking. So that's a cop-out. That is a cop-out, and you can find out who did that. I did not look for the name, but the name will be out there. But when members vote present, they're saying, I'm not letting anybody know what I think. That's a cop-out. You don't want to keep having that same type of person in there because that means they won't vote your way. If you want them or need them to vote for something, they're not going to do it. So be mindful of that. So when you're looking at people, look for that information when they vote present. That's saying, I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. They're riding away, and that's not okay. That's not okay. I'm loving all of these who you are connected with. That's great. All right, now it goes to the Senate, and the question is, what deal will they make? Will they keep the government open? They have a lot going on in the Senate with the Supreme Court, so what are they going to do? Are they going to put this on the back burner? Are they going to respond? Are they going to make demands? Are they going to make demands of Democrats like saying, we'll put this in here if you vote for this? If you vote for our Supreme Court nominee, we'll put that in there. Y'all, deals are being made. This is why it is so important to call your representatives. Tell them what you think, how you feel. Tell them, we are the constituents. We pay them. Let it go that way. All right, y'all. So, again, I wanted to prep today for the presidential debate. The first one is next Tuesday. This coming Tuesday. Yeah, a week from yesterday. It will be with Chris Wallace. We're all watching. Yeah, we're all watching Fox News. We're all watching. It's 90 minutes, y'all. So, what to listen to, what to watch. Well, today I just want to do the pre-work. This is pre-debate work. Okay, so this is going to be September 29th. It's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, if it wasn't for the coronavirus, I would use my press pass and go, but I ain't going. So, here's number one. And again, you can hit replay to replay all of this, but here's number one. It's time for us right now to start thinking about the issues that are on the table. And you can go to their websites, go to both. Also go to the White House website, so you're going to hit 3 websites: Joe Biden's website, Donald J. Trump's website, just to say his name, and then the White House website. Go to all 3 websites. Look to see what their platforms are. Look to see their issues, their policies. Look, dig deep, comb their websites. Look at all of it. All right. Also look at what has passed in Congress, what has passed in the House, what has passed in the Senate. Look and see what's coming up on November 10th for the Supreme Court. Y'all got to look at that, y'all. Y'all got to look at all of that. I told you yesterday, the Affordable Care Act is up for the Supreme Court on November the 10th, a week after the election. What's on there? Pre-existing conditions for the Affordable Care Act. That's what we're voting for, just so that y'all know. So you're going to look at that. You're going to look at everything in advance. All right, you're going to think about what issues matter most to you as a voter. What issues, when you're looking at their platforms, what issues matter most to you? And then dig deeper into what they're saying, how they stand, what it sounds like. Then go and look at their voting record. Go and look at what they've been pushing. You can see a lot of that with Joe Biden. You can see a lot of that with Kamala Harris. You can see a lot of that with Mike Pence being in Indiana. The current occupant, not so much. So you'll have to dig even deeper with him. You'll have to look at his businesses and stuff like that. Then what do you want to hear from the candidates about the issues? As soon as I get an app, as soon as I get invited into an app, I will share that. Normally, I have to wait till I'm invited in before I can share things, where we will be able to submit some questions. I don't know if I have to be the one to submit them, so maybe they'll have to come from you to me, and then I can submit them. Or maybe I'll be able to say, hey, y'all, here's the app. You can submit them. And they'll randomly pull questions. The next part, so number 2, pay attention to the news between now and Tuesday morning. Pay attention to the news, because the one who's moderating, again, that's Chris Wallace. If something pops off on Tuesday morning, those questions can change. So pay attention to the news between now and the debate. What are the major headlines? How are the candidates responding? You know, right now, even in Ohio, there's a call for Joe Biden to show up in Ohio. We know that, you know, he's trying to be careful, but there's a call like, dude, you need to come here. You need to come here for the simple fact that Donald Trump and Mike Pence have been in Ohio. I don't know how many times in the last 30 days, says that they know that this is in play. Ohio is in play. So Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they also have to come to Ohio. It is in play. Think about the questions you have and the information you want to get from the debate, and then be open. Oh my God, I know it's hard. I watched a whole week of the RNC. I know it's hard. You have to be open to hear. You got to listen to what it is that he's saying. I know it's easy for us to say, oh, he's just lying and moving on. Pay attention to what he's saying. He says a lot. It's hard. I'm with you. It's hard, but he says a lot, so we have to pay attention. All right, so those are 4 points. I will give you some more information tomorrow and other information on Monday about the debate. So I'm just kind of like slow putting it out there today. Just start combing their websites. All right, so let's turn to something that makes you say, what? Who is this dude? Y'all, Michael Jordan has changed for the better. Aren't we excited? He has purchased a NASCAR Cup Series team with Bubba Wallace as the driver. That happened. Black Enterprise says NBA legend Michael Jordan announced the purchase of NASCAR. I've always heard that Ohio goes, so goes nation. Many cases it does happen like that, Jacqueline. In many cases it does happen like that. But we now know that it's in play, that they've been here so much, it's in play. That sends a big signal. So you're absolutely correct. Announced the purchase of NASCAR Cup Series charter with Bubba Wallace as the driver when the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series season begins. So there's that. Y'all get excited about that. Romney, really? Did Romney really do that? Did they? Come on, Romney. Mitt Romney, come on. Yeah, I'm back to politics. So Mitt Romney. We just knew he was coming over there with Susan and Lisa. He didn't. So we still need 2 people to hold the line for the Supreme Court. We still need 2 GOP people to hold the line. This is, even late last night, it was reported that Jamie Harrison, who's running against Lindsey Graham in South Carolina, he's now inched just a little bit ahead of him. So Lindsey Graham may need to wake up and he may need to say, Mitch, I'm going to need you to hold the phone for a moment because I'm about to lose my seat. We need to keep sending money to Jamie Harrison. Gave y'all the link before. We need to keep doing that. Y'all, Costco reportedly pulled Palmetto cheese after founder calls Black Lives Matter a terror organization. Costco said, not today. I'm pulling your cheese. All right, y'all. This is it for the census. This is it. This is it for the census, y'all. All right, now hear me. Hear me. I've been saying this for I don't know how many weeks, and I'm going to say it again today. Funding. Census are important because funding is determined for the entire for the next decade. For the next decade. Also, by 2021, depending upon the census, they will begin to draw new lines in the district based upon the census. Please, please, please complete your census. If you have not done so, please do so. If you know that there are young people, millennials or whatever, in an apartment, maybe there's 10 of them in an apartment. I don't know. Because they're seniors in college now, whatever that looks like. I'm pulling your cheese. You so silly, Kenya. Whatever that looks like. But here's the thing. Like I told my daughter has a roommate, has 2 roommates, I believe. And I said, look, one of y'all go on 2020census.gov, complete it for all 3 of you, send it in. It takes less than 5 minutes to do it. Y'all, funding will be cut based upon the census. Redistricting will take place. The political landscape will change. Please complete your census. You can go to 2020census.gov. I think this is the last week. They did extend it. Maybe it was supposed to end in August, but they extended it because people argued about that. All right, y'all, for the win. And I'm going to put this article in the link when we're done. I got to go over to IG first, and I'll come back and put the article in here. But for the win, Doug Swarts. Now, this is Canal Fulton's police chief of 8 years. He's a white man. He writes a column for a community newsletter quarterly tracking a variety of topics. This month, he focused on Black Lives Matter movement after seeing several people on his social media feeds, and I'm reading the press release, social media feeds asking why is it necessary to demonstrate, especially in a small town of Canal Fulton, which population just under 5,500. Canal Fulton is about 50 miles south of Cleveland, Ohio. So this is happening in Ohio. He says, and I quote, if we truly seek fulfillment in our lives, the white community also needs the black community just as much, if not more, Swarts wrote. Our continuously intersecting lives will always be contentious if we don't stop and take time to actively listen to one another and understand. So for the win. He's a police chief in a small town, population 5,500 in Canal Fulton, Ohio. He gets the win. He's like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. He's a white police chief, y'all, in a small town of 5,500. I will put the entire article right there. Before I sign off, and I got to get over to IG. Before I sign off, y'all, this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Killian Tarver Dance, Through the Pain, Sickle Cell Awareness, is a new nonprofit raising money to build homes. They're raising money to build homes for sickle cell warriors and families to stay in free for a year. Because of the amount of money they spend, the pain the person has to deal with, all the medication, just everything that happens. They're building homes for sickle cell families to stay in for a year free, so they don't have the overhead of paying their rent, mortgage, and all of that. So to learn more and to donate, I'm going to give you this website. If somebody can put this in the link, I would greatly appreciate it. And then put on their sickle cell awareness. And here's the link. The website is K as in kite, T as in Tom, dash, so K T dash, and please put the www dot, please. So KT-D as in David, T as in Tom, P as in Paul.org. So that is www.K as in kite, T as in Tom, dash, D as in David, T as in Tom, P as in Paul.org. Please post that and learn everything that they have going on. Again, this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. This is an amazing website. I know the founders of this. It's unbelievable. So it's called Killian Tarver, Dancing Through the Pain. This is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Please, if you have $1, $5, $10, whatever that is, thank you. Thank you for putting that in there, Kim. Whatever that is, please consider giving to them during this Sickle Cell Awareness Month. All right, y'all, that's it. All right, we know what's up. Again, if you're just joining us, put in how many people you connected with during National Voter Registration Day on yesterday to encourage people. Some people was like, no, I ain't voting, walked away. I've had a couple of text messages saying, how do you do this? I just decided I'm going to stop listening to propaganda news and get the news from the real Gail. Thank you, Kenny Rankin. Thank you. We've been doing this now for 16 weeks, I believe. So, hey, we're going to keep pushing. All right, y'all got to go to IG. This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. Until tomorrow, right here at 7:25. Peace out.